Welcome to another Rooted and Raw, a space where sisters in Christ, rooted in God's Word, come together and answer the raw, unfiltered questions women are asking. Here, we dig into what the Bible has to say, share our own stories, and keep it honest. Rooted in truth, raw in discussions. So pull up a chair, lean in, and join us.
So happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Dia de Gracia.
That sounds so much prettier than Happy Thanksgiving. How's everybody doing?
Good. Ready to get my eat on.
Mm-hmm.
Yum, 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 yum. Nice and not better. Oh, yeah.
He is 19.
Oh, no.
Oh.
19.
Last teen year.
Yeah, last one. Yeah, that's right. I didn't even realize I'm still trying to get over that. I got a 19-year-old. So
How about that? You look like you're
you look 19.
Right.
Oh man.
I got questions. All right, so on this wonderful Thanksgiving morning, let's tell everybody who we have in the room.
Hey guys, it's Steph.
What's up, Steph?
Hey, Podcast King Queens, this is Flora.
What's up, Podcast Land? It's Jaemi.
You got Sherita in the building. And of course, it is D, and today is Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
Here in America, we celebrate Thanksgiving. And so this whole podcast is going to be all about Thanksgiving.
All about
And all the
Thanksgiving.
things.
How we're gonna
including
all
our
the
And all the
icebreaker.
things and fixings and
Yeah,
everything.
we're taking. Let's expand that just for a second, so people aren't like, "What are they talking about?"
Yeah.
Like we are
Somebody might-
departing.
Yeah.
We're if you are new to our podcast,
That's good.
typically we have a cute little box that we draw a question from, and based on that question, we have conversation answering that question using scripture, our lived experiences, sometimes our collective lived experiences. But today we are doing something a little bit different. In honor of Thanksgiving, we are not going to be pulling a question, but instead we are going to be talking about some things. And now I'm going to hand it back over to the real host. Is she going to explain it out to us?
Oh, you're doing so
well.
Good. You was doing so good. I was over your compliment.
All right, so to finish it out, today we're going to be talking about thankfulness, blessings, gratitude. We've all had big years, like big years. And so we're going to be talking through some of our gratitude for that. Just in the seasons and the things that we've seen, we've done, we've experienced, we are going to be thanking the God of all grace for all of the blessings that we have, for the seasons He has seen us through, and for the seasons to come.
Amen. Well done. But before we jump into that, let's have some fun with our icebreaker.
For real, let's do it.
All right, so everybody knows that you go to Thanksgiving dinner or you host Thanksgiving dinner, depending on who you are. You know that there are some things that you just expect / need to have to solidify the goodness and deliciousness of that meal.
It's just not Thanksgiving if you
It's
don't
just
have it.
not Thanksgiving without it.
Yeah.
So our icebreaker today is talking about what are those items, and we're gonna start with you, Steph.
Okay, so think about my plate. Well, number one, I love my mom's sweet potato souffle. She does it every year. She does. I love it. She actually learned how to make it here. So she actually learned how to make it here. There's a really old friends of my parents when I was little, super country, like really like genuine authentic southern, like they were from I think Sanford area. So she taught my mom how to make it, and my mom has made it every year after that. She does the caramelized, like with brown sugar and pecans on top. I don't really like pecans, and walnuts are the ones I like the least, but I'll eat it, and it's good. The combination that she makes it with. And then we'll have, of course, turkey, and stuffing. We call it stuffing. Other people call it dressing. Yeah. And what else? Turkey. Green bean casserole. I love green bean casserole. Gravy, of course. Do we do mashed potatoes? I think we do. Yes, because I'm thinking we put the gravy on the mashed potatoes. And then I actually like the cranberry. I know most people don't, but I like that like sweet tart mix with all the savory. I feel like it brings it all together. It like ties it together. That I think that would be I'm trying to go through my plate.
All the things that you have to have.
Yes.
Okay.
And if there's like and then the desserts, of course. My sister usually makes the desserts, so she'll do a pumpkin roll, pumpkin pie, sometimes apple pie, and I think that's about it. But yeah, I think it would be that for me.
So for me, don't have a particular, but we have to have either turkey or ham.
Sure.
It don't matter, just depending.
Which do you prefer?
I don't have a preference.
Does anybody have a preference?
Absolutely.
What's yours?
Ham.
Turkey.
Turkey.
Okay. And there you are in the middle with whatever comes to the
So
plate.
we're still
Yep.
evenly split.
Yep.
Yep.
There
you
Go
go.
ahead. Sorry.
Gotta have mashed potatoes. Gotta have the gravy. Gotta have mac and cheese. Gotta have the dressing. Gotta have Hawaiian bread.
Ooh.
We gotta have green bean casserole. That's also the other one that we have to have. Cranberry just depends on like how you making it. If we only got the can, so be it. But I need to have cranberry. I'm the same way. I love the mixing it in and stuff with it. But yeah, that's. We have to have it because this is apple cider. The sparkling.
Ooh,
We have to
yeah.
have that. It is not Thanksgiving without it. And usually, we each have like 2 bottles for each of us or something, especially between me and my boys.
Wait, you talking about the full size?
Yes, the full size. Like which flavor? You have to get at least one of all of them, but we have to have at least like 2 bottles because we can drink not like theirs.
Yep.
Right. So we have to have the sparkling apple cider.
Love it. Okay, so must-haves on my plate. Gotta have mashed potatoes. Got to. They're my second favorite food on the planet, so I'm always good for mashed potatoes. But for Thanksgiving, absolutely. Mac and cheese, for sure, gotta have at Thanksgiving. Cranberry sauce. I grew up eating canned, so that's really my biggest experience. Although when I grew up and moved away from home, I moved from jelly to whole berry, and yeah, I love it. So cranberry sauce. But for me, there's a dish we call it apple salad, and this is like 4 generations in my family that we've had this at the holidays, and it's really easy. It's red apples, red grapes, walnuts folded into homemade whipped cream.
Ooh.
And it's not a dessert; it's part of the meal. We have pie for dessert. Apple salad is part of the meal, and so it's one of those. It's just not Thanksgiving or Christmas if that's not
Present,
for the meal. So like
That sounds good.
Like we gotta have it.
So my plate, y'all ready? Okay.
This is supposed to be what you gotta have.
Got to have it.
Oh, she's gonna have all of this on her plate.
This is on
It's
my
all taken away.
I'm ready. We got the turkey with the gravy, the collard greens, the macaroni and cheese. We got the sweet potatoes, the yams, the casserole, and then potato salad on the plate. It's all going right there together. The potato salad.
Virginia.
Okay? Salad on the plate. And for my dessert, I want banana pudding and sweet potato pie.
Okay.
Right there. Gotta have it.
Okay.
I love that for y'all. Okay, so there is only a couple of things that I have to have: macaroni and cheese and greens, collard greens.
Yes.
Macaroni and cheese, collard greens are the only things I absolutely have to have. Other than if it's turkey, I have to have cranberry sauce. I don't need cranberry sauce with ham because usually it's glazed honey ham and it's already sweetened itself. But if it's turkey, I have to have cranberry sauce. And for dessert, it's either sweet potato pie or banana pudding or both. But that's it. The rest of the stuff, I could take it or leave it. I could just actually have a plate with macaroni and cheese, greens, and give me the side of sweet potato pie and a side of, I don't really need all that stuff. I just need my mac and cheese and my greens. Actually, if I'm being 100% honest, I'm participating. I could actually not have Thanksgiving dinner.
And that is a fact.
I could actually do completely. If I'm gonna be real rooted and raw, I could actually go completely without Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
Why?
So let me tell you.
We can eat. I just don't want all that stuff.
So let me tell you. My kids did not. They thought I had lost my mind when we went to Dee's house for Thanksgiving one year.
Was that
And it was
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
It was Thanksgiving. It was a taco. Was it
Oh,
a taco bar?
Taco bar.
It was a taco bar. And they was like,
Now that taco bar was thick.
where's the ham?
See, we do
It
things
was
like
a
that for
taco
Christmas.
bar.
Yeah, we 100%. So for Thanksgiving, that particular Thanksgiving, I think there was a reason why we chose that. Usually Thanksgiving is regular Thanksgiving dinner. Christmas, we not doing that same stuff. It's a theme of Italian or Mexican or something.
So they
Mediterranean.
Christmas.
But that's why I said,
Never
are
did
you
Christmas.
sure it was? Because usually it's Christmas when we theme it out, but we do not do that back to back like that. But if it was up to me, and it is not because this is the one time a year my husband does not ask me to cook. If it's up to him, they'll do bologna sandwiches and he'll be this is the one time of year he beckons that I cook. So I cook.
Okay.
I could care less about all that food. Now, on to it.
Yes.
This was your idea, so I want you to explain so instead of us pulling a question, we have a question that we're not gonna, it's not a question, it's a conversation.
Yeah,
Should
sure.
I say,
We're having a conversation
about gratefulness, about just this year.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
again, we've all had big stuff this year. Some good, some bad. And we're friends, so we've experienced a lot of that together in community. But just because everybody does that whole go around the table and say what you're thankful for at Thanksgiving, kind of a thing. And that was kind of the idea I had in my head. But just kind of talking through some of those blessings and those things that we are thankful for that we've experienced so far in this year.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay. All right, start us off.
I've been on like 7 episodes. You talk about start us off. Usually you say start us off because I haven't been around. But okay, whatever.
So usually I have to start off.
That's true.
I'm like, right, they're just like,
Yeah,
Let
you
us
like
say.
Yeah, Flora. Okay, so this has been a big year. I have traveled more than ever. But I got to experience my first international missions trip this year, and that was just amazing. The experience, the people I was with, went to Poland and did some work with a ministry there, and just let me tell you, the way that they are really invested in their community, and like everything they do is purposed with showing and telling people the good news of Jesus Christ, that he saves us, and how they are just through opening a school, a public school for students. It's a K-12 school, doing a camp. They have a camp that right now, they do all kinds of stuff every year, but right now they're also intentionally, like every 2 to 3 weeks, they're doing a camp for Ukrainian widows and their children, just providing a safe quiet place where there's no expectation, and it's a place of safety but relaxation and stuff. It's just, so that was just amazing to be a part of and to see it happening, to see how it post-communism in the country, like the intentionality of rebuilding not just a country but a people and a community, and doing that with Jesus at the center. That was amazing. I got to go to Egypt, and man, y'all, that one, just hearing the stories of people from other countries that it is illegal to be a Christian. And how one guy, he has a death sentence on his head, so if he ever goes from Egypt back to his home country and it's known, he will be executed. But you know, he's leading a house church in Egypt where it's not illegal to be a Christian. It is illegal to try to proselytize people, which means, you know, the whole purpose of us, you know, sharing the good news of the gospel, that is dangerous. But he leads a house church, and he will willingly and gladly debate anybody about who Jesus is and why he is the Lord and Savior of the world. It's amazing meeting this young woman who every other weekend she travels like 3.5 hours to go stay in like this little dorm because she's in Bible college and she wants to learn more and grow in her faith and stuff, but she does it because she loves Jesus and she wants to give the entire world Jesus. Like literally, those are her words. She wants to give Jesus to the world, and so she's growing her knowledge and her faith through her academics, so that way she can do that. That's probably one of the biggest blessings of this year, is just seeing how God's kingdom is working and moving. Anybody who says that it's stagnant or it's shrinking, you have bought into some kind of lies, because it's not true.
Right. It kind of puts things like, you know, what we take for granted. You know,
Absolutely.
just having, you know, that privilege, living here in the States, of being able to do it and openly. You know, and through what we're doing, you know, in the podcast, internet, like through these social medias and what they're doing, and even then, still spreading the word of God.
Still spreading the word of God, knowing what it can cost them. And then I would say personally, when like on a personal home front kind of a deal, seeing how close my youngest son's relationship with the Lord is just amazing. Last Christmas, he told us that transferring to Manny University was one of the best decisions he ever made because of what he's learning and stuff. But having him call me and say, "Mom, I just want to talk to you," he's like, and telling me how he's felt these ways. And he's like, you know what? But then I realized that I wasn't really in community, and I wasn't doing this, and I wasn't doing that, and so I talked to God, and you know, and now I'm coming back in, you know, drawing closer to Him, and I'm praying more, and I'm reading my Bible, and I'm, you know, and just hearing it, and Him telling me how He's sharing these things with His brother as well, like that right there. We joke because he talks about all these things he's learning at Manna and how it's clicking and connecting. And it's like, man, don't go saying those things out loud. You grew up in our house. You've heard these things. You've told these things. I wonder what we've taught you. But we also know that kids don't listen to their parents. They listen to other people.
Exactly.
But also, it doesn't matter that it took him being in other classes to get it. The fact is that he's getting it. Right. He's applying it to his life, and he's using it. And so that's just, it's amazing. It brings tears to my eyes. It makes my heart so full and happy to know that he is passionately pursuing God and letting God work in him and rewrite who he is into the fullness and the truth of who he is and what he's doing. So that is just huge.
It's so good. That's good. That's beautiful. So good.
Steph, you got the mic in your hand. Let's go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you got the mic in your hand. We're going to round robin.
So there we go.
Okay, so this year has been very interesting. I think first I am grateful for the uncomfortable growth that God has me in. Because it's been a lot of like just heart checking, like God calling me out, on just who I am and, my way of thinking and living. And it's been very eye-opening, layer after layer. Just, I feel like coming off my eyes, like physically. And it's interesting because it's a physical feeling where people usually say like that aha moment, but it's in the spiritual sense. It feels like I look around and colors just seem brighter. It's interesting. It's a physical feeling, but it's definitely very uncomfortable. And, but I can see like the benefits of, that growth. And the year started off with just God showing Alvaro and me for me to leave work and, homeschool, which at first I was, my initial reaction was I was excited because I had wanted to homeschool the kids since they were little, because I know that, it's so beneficial for the kids. But we weren't able to. And then, working at Manna, I was loving working at Manna, but I'm grateful that God knowing who I am and my heart, he from the beginning just kind of planted a little like seed that I wasn't going to be there forever. And that there was going to come a time where he was going to kind of show me that it was going to get closer to like the end, and it wasn't going to be a very long time working at Manna. So he allowed me to have that time to mentally and mostly emotionally process, because I get very emotionally attached quickly. And it's like I go, I dive off the deep end. So when I get emotionally attached, it's like really deeply rooted. And God knowing that about me really planted from the beginning, like, not to get overly emotionally attached, but to, that it was a time that I was going to be able to grow, quickly in a short time. And I did, and I'm so extremely grateful for that time that I was able to work there. I was very sad to leave, but I knew that time was going to come. So I was, I think, mostly grateful that God allowed me to have that time to process that was going to happen. And then, now doing the homeschool, just really seeing that time working at Manna really allowed me to see the need of me as a mom and a wife at home, so that when I was back at home, I would be more present, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because, I've been, they always say, with your first child, you make so many mistakes that they just kind of grow with you. And there've been plenty of times where we've had conversations with Hannah, and she's told me that she doesn't remember me being around when she was little, yet I was with her 24/7 since she was born. And I thought that was so interesting, because I know that I was not fully there with her. I was physically there always, but I was not mentally, emotionally, and spiritually there present. And I thought that was interesting how it translated for her that I was not physically there with her. And that really, I think that initial realization really made me realize how our children can be affected with our absence, and not physical absence, but, all of the other types of absence. And how for them it can translate as a memory of you physically not being there. And I thought that was so interesting. And I did, we're still going, through a process of healing. It's a lifetime thing, but I think we're at a place now where I can see the growth in her as well, just with her relationship with God. And the friendships that she's creating with, the girls at church, and the things that she tells me that she's learning in her own, growth with God. It's so beautiful to see, how in love with God she is. And so now with, Brandon and Abby just being home, being present, and really trying to be intentional about not only physically being present, but, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and what that looks like, and the hard work that, to put into that, and how extremely important it is to have community and friendships to help you stay accountable, things that I didn't have when I was with Hannah. So I'm extremely grateful for you guys, because you guys are my community and my friends. And I couldn't do this without you guys. Number one, obviously I can't do it without God, but I know God has placed you guys in my life to help keep me accountable, and to be able to, I look up to all of you guys. And, not in a jealous way, just like I want to be more like that, because I admire that. Literally. Yes. Literally, yes, because I am the shortest of the group. But I'm just, there's so many things that I'm extremely grateful for, and what's to come, in the future. Yeah.
All right, who's going next, guys?
Sherita.
Me. Okay. So a lot has happened this year. I also went on my first international mission trip to Cuba. And I got to experience, a culture outside of my own. And it made me realize the phrase that was embedded in our brain was be where your feet are. And the way that I embraced that was not only, being in Cuba with my feet on the ground, but it was like making sure that whatever they put on the table for us to eat, I ate what they gave me, regardless of if it was something that I didn't like. Them beans. When I tell y'all we had beans every day. We had beans every day.
Yep.
And those who know me know that is not something I don't like them. But anyway, I made sure that I ate them, because even they don't get that luxury to eat the things that they were serving us every day. Yeah. So I got to experience that. I was able to take my children to the Ark this year. We got to experience the Ark and the Creation Museum. So we got to learn a lot from that, the history of Noah's Ark and the history of creation and why they were created, why we all were created. And I also got to see my son graduate into the Navy. I got to experience that. That was definitely big. That was up on the list of things that happened this year. But if I'm going to be completely honest, the biggest transition of 2025 was my daughter Mariah. That girl, last school year, that girl went through some stuff. And I mean straight F's. It won't no, it could be a D. No, it was F's. And this year, going into the school year, and yes, the school year just started, but she has 5 A's and a D. So it's not like it's something that, like, she knows. I told her, I said, this right here is proof. You're not dumb. Right. You know how to do the work. You just need to focus, and you need to take your attention off of all of the wrong attention, and being around people who seek to do you no good.
Yeah.
And so for that big turnaround, it just made my heart full, because, I felt like even if she wasn't listening to me and she was listening to her aunties who threatened her pretty nicely, regularly, it was she understood the assignment and she got it done.
Amen.
And
Shout out to Mariah.
right, yes, my baby. And so, like, I just needed, my prayer was to spend more time with my children and to build and work on the relationship with my children, because I can understand the whole, I'm there every single day. But to them, it's like, were you there though? And so I can understand that. My two sons who are not in the home, I have a son in California and I have a son who's in Florida. So it's like, I miss them being around.
Yeah.
And it's like, now I'm wishing that I had done this and I had done that. But there's still opportunity as long as the Lord allows for you to strengthen those relationships and communicate. They're communicating with me. They call. And I was like, well, Lord, you are answering my prayer in that way, in the way that I may not see them every day. I may not talk to them every day, but they're picking up the phone.
Right.
And they're calling me. They're letting me know they're okay. They'll text me back or whatever it is. So that is my year in a nutshell.
All right.
And I'm pretty darn happy about it.
I love that. Yeah. Who's going next?
Hey, girl.
Like she had people to choose from.
Right.
There's two.
Well, for me, I am so grateful. Oh man, I'm getting emotional already.
Oh, dang. I was so grateful.
Well, that's how grateful
That's right.
I am.
Come on.
Very grateful that
We're gonna do the box.
that I am able to witness and be here and see. I'm trying to keep it together, but to see Alex. He graduated high school, and it just reminds me back. How my brother didn't have that opportunity with my mom. My mom did pass away when he was young. So every little milestone that I'm here, that I'm able to witness and be it, I take it all in. So, and he graduated as salutatorian, which was a huge surprise. Didn't expect it. I'm all like, kiddo, I always said to do better, like as every parent, do better than what I did in high school. Man, he did that like a champ. He understood the assignment, absolutely. So for him to graduate high school, second in his class, like, man, I'm just so grateful and to go through that with him. And then,
And
of
a
course,
big class at that. Wasn't small.
yeah, it wasn't a small class. And then on top of that, he got accepted and is attending UNC Charlotte. At that to start off, so to go through those steps, like, my heart just, well, you can tell I'm extremely grateful. And in that same token, with Isaac, Isaac is going, he started, high school. He's in the varsity soccer team there, and I don't take it for granted because it doesn't happen a lot, but I'm very blessed with those kids and to have the relationship that I have with them.
For sure.
For them, just to come in to talk to me and stuff. Because kind of, when we're close like that with my parents. So for them to come openly to be able to talk on certain things, it's like, it's all the grace of God. Like, thank you that I'm able to openly have these conversations on real things that's happening on there, and seeing how their mind is working, how Alex, well, like, we have like a group chat with their dad, and it's like, you see these words this kid is using? Like, does he know what it means? I have to Google it. Being honest, like, what does this mean? And, oh, okay. Do you see him? And it's just normal. It's just natural. Just seeing them succeed. And in that same token, because their dad lives closer to where Alex is at, and just to see their relationship grow. their dad was in the service, so he missed out a lot in their young life that I was in. So being able to see now that relationship grow even stronger, and for them to hang out, and especially, you know, as a boy who's going into, like I said, he's 19, he's a young man, moving into adulthood, and be able to get that wisdom from his dad and stuff, like, that is just so amazing. So for me, like, it's those two things. And yes, I'm with you. I mean, the growth that I'm seeing, not only you being able to witness it, but the growth, I think that we mentioned it so many times on here. It's the community that you're in.
Yeah.
So grateful the Lord did put you and allow me to be present with you guys, including you, Tam. You are so having that opportunity, blessed to be part of it and stuff. It's just so amazing. I'm extremely grateful, and honestly do not know where I would be without you guys. And words are words, but you know, a few weeks back, just being able to see the action, like, they're gonna show up at your place if you ain't answering.
And will.
And well, so yeah, like, knowing that I truly have that love, that I know that we've always wanted to have, that true friendship. I can't be that grateful. Like, it's lost for words.
What are you picking?
No,
Stop.
What a year it has been. I know we ain't at the end, but my goodness, it has been a phenomenal year. It's been big, lots of big things, so much so I had to actually take some notes and write mine down, because there's just quite a few things that I feel like God has done. So I kind of put them in order of how they happened. So first, this podcast. Starting this podcast happened this year, beginning of this year.
I feel like it's been forever.
All
Yeah,
right.
it does. It
It
does.
is the beginning of this year, and
Was it the beginning?
It felt like, to me, it's only been like, I feel like it's only been like 4 or 5 months. I'm like,
Oh no.
wow.
felt like
I thought we were going on our second year.
Right?
so, and on top of that, I simultaneously also started the What Is It podcast, which is the Manny University podcast. That focuses on our values of educate, equip, and empower. So 2 podcasts started, which was exciting because God had been putting podcasts on my heart for a while. And thanks to community. Right? Like, had one conversation.
That's all it took.
That's all it took.
It took one conversation, and 1 week later, we was planning the startup, like, literally.
Yeah.
So, I also did my first ever solitude weekend.
Yeah.
Which was phenomenal, and I think that if there is anybody who can find the time and ability to do so, you should, because it was absolutely amazing. And I'm 99.99998% extrovert, so to go sit anywhere for days on days by yourself in complete solitude is scary for someone like me. For some people, they like, sounds like what I want for the rest of my life. For me, it was scary.
Yeah.
But man, God showed up in a mighty way. And so now it is actually to do every single year during Passover weekend. 'Cause that's when I did it this year. And it was perfect. It was amazing. So me and my husband went on our first cruise together ever, which was fun because he said that he wasn't going on no cruises. So we went on our first cruise
That
together.
worked out for you, dude.
Yeah.
How you feel about it?
And what's funny is he came to me after I came off of a cruise with Sherita and some of our friends for her birthday. He was like, I think I do want to take the cruise with you.
What?
It's already booked. All you had to say was
Yes.
yes.
Done.
And it just showed the trueness of our relationship, because I think sometimes when you are married and you're going through life, it's so busy, and then when you stop and just spend countless days with just the two of you, I've heard couples say that was overwhelming because they don't do that.
Yeah.
And I was able to see that our relationship was really, really stronger than I thought it was, because we had a phenomenal time, just him and I, and we loved it. I didn't go on my first missions trip this year, but I did lead my first international missions trip this year, which is a whole different ballgame. It's a whole different ballgame. But it also, man, we were talking about growth last week or the week before. Man, you're talking about growth.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
growing that happens going on a missions trip is amazing. There's another level of growth that takes place when you lead one.
For sure.
And so, because you're taking grown folk. You're talking about what we're grateful for. But it was amazing, so much so that I've been asked to do another one this upcoming year, and I have said yes, because of the amazing growth and the amazing opportunities. My child also went on his first international missions trip, which, who you talking about? A proud mama.
Yes.
That boy had people coming up to me telling me, "Good job," and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Are you talking about who?
Yeah, he said, "What's his name?
Sure.
What?
You sure you got the right
You sure?"
one?
I mean, he's only, young 16-year-old black male with dreads on the trip. I got it, but you sure? But man, it was just amazing to watch him blossom and flourish. And before we even got to day 3, that joker was like, "Mom, you gotta do this again. I know you said the next year you're taking one of your other kids, but can you consider taking 2 of us? Because I really want to do this again." And learn so much. So just things like that. I did also start my master's degree this year.
Yes, you did. Let's go.
So there's that. And shout out to Ben Goodman. Because when he prophesied that I was going to go back to school, and I rolled my eyes and a bunch of other things, I think. Rooted and raw. I do.
She tried to walk out the room.
Actually. Didn't give him a chance though, because he said it and then just walked off. I was like, oh. But he did an amendment, an addendum to his prophecy a couple of days later, and came back. He said, "Not only are you going to go back to school this year, or not, he didn't say this year, not only are you going to go back to school, but you're going to enjoy it." And I laughed. You know how Sarah laughed when God said she was going to have a baby? I think I felt Sarah in that moment. Like, I laughed in his face. And I am enjoying it. Loving it. So, shout out to my professor, Professor Rebecca Dykes. You are the real MVP. You have made this degree so far a lot of fun. So yeah, just doing a lot. God has done, and all of those things have growth. But I think I'd like to end this with, this year I have been able to truly see I have
What's happening?
He's so good. He's so good. Oh, I don't understand how people don't see how good he is. I have been able to see this year an amazing growth in what God has done in my relationship with my husband and my kids and me. It's been absolutely, positively a blessing. You talk about wanting to give your kids a better life than the one you had. Some days it feels like that's not enough. But when God shows up and shows out, when your kids are telling you that they love being around you, when you can have a conversation with your kids about the Bible, when you and your husband make sure the child part ways until you pray together. I didn't grow up seeing that. I didn't even know that that was a thing growing up. We have been through some stuff as a family. But this has been a year of blessing for our family. Just relationally, if nothing else, just relationally. I'm not talking about the worldly things. I'm not talking about money, and I'm talking about just the relationship growth that me and my family have experienced this year, and it's been evident. In a season where I was worried that we were going to grow apart because everybody's so busy with basketball, and my husband works, an hour, almost hour and a half away from where we live, and I was just so worried. Now I'm starting a master's degree. Like, I was so worried. And God said, but let me show you what happens when you put this thing in my hands.
Right.
I'm going to pull you closer together. And it doesn't have anything to do with how much time you spend and how many things you're doing together. It's what you do with the time that you do have together. And making the most out of the 24 hours that you get, and with what you can do with that. And it has been phenomenal to watch what God can do in our family. And so what is to come, I'm very excited, because actually next week we leave on our first family cruise. And it's not even about the cruise. Listen to the kids talk about, like, because I'm thinking everybody's talking about all these things that are going on the cruise. The kids can go, and the kids is like, I was talking to the boys in the car the other day, and I was like, yeah, they got like little clubs that you can like go to, and then they were like, what y'all gonna be doing? Going around and trying all the things. I was like, yeah, I mean, we'll have our stuff, right? Anthony wants to go be on the basketball court. Aiden wants to eat everything he can get his hands on. That joker was like, I want to try it.
And he can.
Jaemi, she's going to be with Tamara, and we've got an extended family going on the trip. But man, like, they're like, no, we don't want to spend all the time separate because it's a family cruise. So I'm going to do the thing that I said I'd never do. I'm going to purchase some pictures because we're going to take photos. So I'm not going to do a whole package though, because they be taxing. Anyway, God has been moving. I too have to say though, I am extremely blessed to have what I like to call my extended family. Y'all.
Yeah.
Because y'all have heard my tears on the other side of this, from sadness, from pain and frustration, and as a mother, as a wife, as a student, as a worker, all the things, right? But never once did you all let me give up. y'all make sure my kids have everything that they need, and aunties. My kids have now adopted the idea that family doesn't mean just the people who have the same blood.
Mm-hmm.
They refer to y'all as aunties. They refer to your children as their cousins. They refer to the Imitate Girls as their sisters. Right? Like, Nettie was like, Mom, Anthony just called me his sister. I was like,
mother, mom.
Yeah,
So like that's how that works.
But they, I think they get it. They get that when God is doing something, He puts people around you.
Yeah.
And I have been extremely blessed to the point where my husband is like, if I say I'm going somewhere, he'll say, "Who you going with?" And all I gotta say is one of y'all names.
Oh, okay.
And he'd be like, no further. Like, I didn't even gotta, I'd be like, well, I'm going with Flora. And he'd be like, say no more. Say no more. I was like, well, I'm also going with Sherita. He's like, I figured if you going with Flora, you must be going with Sherita. Where's Sam? Where's Stephanie? Where's Jaemi? Where's Michelle? Like he's like, as long as you are with specific people, when you go, I don't worry.
Yeah, that's how Carlo is too. Like, there are certain people he's like, okay, like cool, and others he's like, like, and he'll tell people, you know, our move to Fayetteville, you guys have been the biggest thing in our lives, especially for me, because I came from no community to sisterhood to like true, real community, and it's made a difference. It's impacted my walk, my journey, just, I mean, not only spiritually but socially, emotionally as well. Like without you guys and the friendship and the love that you have shown me, things look completely different 2.5 years into our living here. Things look completely different.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Real quick, my kids, I have a thing for not telling them where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, come on, let's get in the car. And they'll be like, where are we going?
Get in the car.
So I'll get in the car, they'll get in the car, and I'll start backing out the driveway, Mariah on the phone. I'm getting ready to go to my auntie's house. So, and they already know. They're like, what's wrong with you? My mama trying to act like she don't want to say where we going. I know we going to my auntie house. That's it.
So why are you even asking?
Why are you asking?
Man, we've got a family.
We do.
We've got a family.
Listen, even Abby yesterday or these past couple days.
We want to hear this later too.
These past couple days, Abby has been like going around talking about my auntie D. I can say my auntie D. My auntie D. She's like walking around the house like saying auntie D. And it's the funniest thing ever. It's so cute. But to see them like in their eyes, you know, seeing you guys as family, it's just like, oh, I've always wanted this.
Yeah.
You start crying.
So, all the things that I could be thankful for, it sounds like all the things that we could be thankful for. Shall we not forget this family?
Yeah, for sure.
Shall we not forget this family? Because what truly makes Thanksgiving awesome is when you get with people you love to be around.
Yeah.
And
that you want to be around.
You chose I choose to be around.
Yes.
Not just I got to, because
right.
You know, that's what they say we gotta do.
Right.
But I get to choose to be around. That's something worth being thankful for.
Absolutely.
So I'm thankful.
And that's a blessing, because I think we've all said it, you know, that's something, like you said, 2 years ago, that's something that we all hope for. And this is something to show you guys, because we understand that as adults, it can be difficult because the life and everything, but it is out there.
Yeah.
I've never, and that's what I tell my kids, because my kids are sometimes always like, oh, I don't have what you have. I'm all like, put this in perspective. I didn't meet these amazing women until my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are just starting
Mhm.
off.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't mean that it won't happen.
Yeah, these people probably aren't the people you want for
Right,
that.
right.
Like, you need a little
Exactly.
bit of growth and development.
So, and because especially Alex, I'm like, they're your aunties and my friends, they're my sisters. Like, you need to get your own.
Yeah, like, you are not co-signing on my friends.
No. Yeah, they're not your friends, they're your aunties. So let's keep that separate. You need, but I tell them, you know, and I'm telling you guys out there as well, like, it is out there.
Yeah.
It can be done. It is definitely quality over quantity.
For sure.
I first met Dee. From Dee, met Sherita. From Sherita, met Jeannie to meeting Stephanie. You know, my community started off with just one person, and it slowly started growing. So definitely do not lose faith, do not lose hope. Pray about it. It is gonna come.
Yeah.
I like what you said about like this, and I know we need to wrap it up, but
These
I
are
know-
our last thoughts.
yeah. Oh, okay. I love what you said about that you've met these amazing women in your 30s, right? You've got time. I'd also like to hand you all this, especially our younger audience members. Maybe the people that God had for you ain't matured enough. Maybe you haven't matured enough, and God is still doing some work to prepare you for this, because we all met each other in our 30s.
40s.
Right? Okay, 40s.
Shane,
Well, and I forget that, like, I forget you're new, technically. You know what I mean? Like, I forget you haven't been here as long. So I say 30s because it's like, we've been doing this. Even Steph, like, I forget that this is relatively new. In comparison to, like, Flora and Sherita and Michelle, this is relatively new.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like it's
Right.
new because it's deep, it's intentional, it's rooted in God.
Yep.
It's rooted in the Father. And so maybe that the people who God had for you aren't quite shaped into how they need to be in order to be this kind of community. But that doesn't mean you don't try.
Yeah, for sure.
That doesn't mean you don't pray.
Mhm.
Because all of us have had the conversation with God about wanting the right community at some point or another. And whether that came along quickly or it took some time, it happened because we found it necessary enough to ask God, give me the right people.
Yep.
Period.
So,
yeah, last thoughts.
Sherita.
My last thoughts is I'm thankful for a microwave because we keep talking that food gonna be cold.
I am 12. I can't with her. We love this. Y'all gonna bring the comic
She's our
relief.
angry toddler.
Oh my Lord. And then she'll get the plate and won't even finish it all.
Oh my God.
That's on the microwave.
Flora got me one night. One night she got me. She saw some nachos on the counter. She said, "Whose nachos are these?" I said, "Those would be mine." She was like, "So what are you gonna do with them?" What did you say? I said, "I'm gonna eat them."
And did you?
No.
Right there.
So right
So
there,
Jaemi was right. All right, Henry Tyler. She always hungry, ready to eat, and then don't want to finish it. Biggest size and smallest stomach. What's you got, Jaemi?
Alright, I am thankful for this community, this family that we have, that we're building. And I would say to you, if you're looking for that, it's there. You have to look, you have to be vulnerable and be willing to open yourself up to people.
That's good.
Our last episode, we talked about having trust for people, not in them.
Yeah.
And so you have to trust that God is going to show you and bring you into that community that is going to be for you. They're going to love you. They're going to support you, build you up, encourage you. They're going to smack you around when you need it. But that's what real friendship, real family does. So, but you have to put yourself out there. If you're not willing to do it, you're not going to find it. So you can't just wait for it to come to you. You have to go and look for it and be intentional in that. So quit just saying, I wish somebody would come be my friend. Go be somebody's friend.
First of all, stop saying it like that. Because they do be saying it like that.
Like, I wish somebody was my friend. Go be somebody's friend, right? To have a friend, you have to show yourself friendly.
Yeah.
And we're going to have that actual reference in our word recap because that's scripture. That's not just me making words up. To be a friend, you have to show yourself friendly. So be that person. Do that thing. That's all I got. Unless you want me to just do all of the outros. Okay, wherever you consume this content, we are on YouTube. Oh, I'm so sorry, Stephanie.
I don't think.
No, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Florida.
I don't think I don't know. Maybe? I guess just like piggybacking off of everyone's comments, just if you want a better quality of life, I mean, from all of our, life experiences, community is extremely important because not only are they there, to laugh and have fun, but the accountability is also such a beautiful thing because even though it might hurt in the moment, it's going to be so extremely beneficial for later on in life.
Now, wherever you consume this content, whether it is YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify, please like, share, subscribe, follow. You can follow us on socials. Instagram is Rooted and Raw 25. TikTok and Facebook are Rooted and Raw Podcasts. And if you want to reach out to us because you have questions, you would like prayer, you want to follow up on some things, you can email us at rootedandrawpodcast@gmail.com. But however it is, please tell other people about it, especially if you find this beneficial for you. You've probably got somebody in your life that would find it beneficial as well.
And go ahead
But-
and comment. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
comment.
Yeah, comment, what you're grateful for.
Yeah.
For this year. What is it that you're grateful for? We all shared and we would love to hear,
Yeah.
what's been going good for you that you're grateful for.
And tell us what your must-haves are. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Let us know. But no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing right now, we say happy Thanksgiving, stay rooted, and stay raw.